Welcome to another episode of Historical History. It is me, Mad Matt, as usual, and I'm joined by the quintuple double, Q.
With some history.
We're going to talk about some history today.
Some history lessons.
What do you know about Grigory Rasputin?
Be honest with you, not a goddamn thing.
What are the rumors you've heard about?
Rasputin?
Yeah, you've heard about Rasputin before, I'm sure.
I'm sure I've heard about Rasputin before. It's fucking crazy.
Crazy sorcerer,
Yeah.
fucking Anastasia,
So
villain,
fucking
kind of crazy bullshit, right?
Yes. Burning people to the ground and shit. Crazy shit.
So, Grigory Rasputin was born on January 21st in 1869, and was a Russian peasant, an experienced travel and a mystical faith healer, and trusted friend of the family of Nicholas II, the last Tsar of the Russian Empire.
Anastasia.
He became an influential figure in St. Petersburg, especially after 1915 when Nicholas took command of the army fighting in World War I. Did you know he was as young as World War I?
No.
Learning some stuff today. So, advising his wife, Alexandra Fyodorovna, Davna.
What?
Yeah, easy for me to say. In countless spiritual and political issues, Rasputin became an easy scapegoat for Russian nationalists, liberals, and aristocrats. Taking a segue around from the explanation of who Rasputin was, what if we drink tonight?
What if we drink?
We are drinking some punch.
We're drinking some kind of crazy ass punch that Matt made. It's kind of tastes like unicorn
So Quintuple
piss.
Double doesn't know that we're drinking over a handle of rum and a fifth of rum.
Huh.
So we've been putting the boots to our livers, a medium style, right? And so what we're doing is we're mixing orange and mango rums with a can of Sprite, a can of Sunkist strawberry, and some banana strawberry orange juice. Inside of the container is a blood orange, which I've sliced and zested. So, what do you think of the drink so far?
It's actually good as fuck.
Delicious, right? Can you take spoons at all?
Nope. No, I cannot.
Delicious. And the clanky here is my my new Yeti glass. So it keeps my shits cold.
Man, you got that shit from Walmart. Ain't no Yeti.
It's no Yeti because it's the same fucking thing for $50 less.
$50?
Holla at your boy.
That Yeti glass probably be like $100.
I got that Russian peasant money, not that aristocrat money.
Shit.
Right? So there's much uncertainty over Rasputin's life and the degree of the influence that he exerted over the weak-willed Tsar and strong-willed Tsarina. Right? Accounts are often based on dubious memoirs, hearsay, and legend. While his influence and position may have been exaggerated, Rasputin became synonymous with power, debauchery, and lust. You know they got his penis like in a jar. It's fucking huge.
What?
Yeah, my man Rasputin's penis is in a jar and is fucking humongous.
What?
Like, he was a monk, and he was, like, unkempt and shit, but his dick got around. He was about getting around, getting that ass. Blah, 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 blah. His dick was gigantic, yeah.
Okay. Well, he was 6'4".
His dick is gigantic. Right? His presence played a much significant role in the ending, or in the increasing unpopularity of the imperial couple, and Rasputin was murdered by monarchists who hoped to save the Tsarism by ending his sway over the royal family.
Did you say murdered?
Yeah, he was murdered.
Yeah, my man was assassinated, dog.
Nah, my man was murdered as fuck. And we are going to get into it.
Yeah, oh, let's do it.
Right? Today we're going to talk about the assassination of Grigory Rasputin. Oh, you weren't ready.
No, I wasn't ready.
So, I will say this. Yusupov, who had met Rasputin in the past 6 weeks for treatment, invited Rasputin to the Moika Palace. And forgive me if I'm mispronouncing this, because I don't speak Russian. Intimating his wife, Princess Irina, would be back from Kryza Cerise, and Rasputin could meet with her after a housewarming party. She later denied that she was not involved and sued MGM. After midnight, Prince Felix went out with Dr. Stanislaus de Lavrat to Rasputin's apartment. Yusuf did not use the regular stairs at this unseemly hour, but a stairwell for servants in the courtyard. He knocked at the kitchen door. After a half an hour, they returned recently refurbished palace, where a soundproof room, part of the wine cellar, had been specifically prepared for the crime with carpets, stained glass lamps, and furniture. 4 bottles containing different kinds of sweet wine were placed in either window, a sideboard, or on a table. Waiting in this drawing room on another floor, fellow conspirators, Grand Duke Dmitry Pavlovich, and some fucking Russian name I can't even begin to pronounce, Pershivin, his assistant, Lazarvert, and Skyotin. This is like a fucking drunk guy's nightmare.
Yes, it is.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I can't even
Perhaps some women were invited, but Yusupov did not mention their names. Radzinski suggested Dmitri's stepsister Mariana. Oh my god. Pistogorovs and film star Vera Karoly. Smith came up with Princess Olga Paley and Anna von Drechlin somewhere in the building, a major domo and a valet waiting for orders. So the plot thickens with words I can't pronounce, mostly names. So let's go off on a tangent real quick.
Okay.
About these fucking names.
Rush, I'm gonna need you to be more, you know what I'm saying, more modernized with this
I'm
shit.
trying to put on a show. I can't say your fucking names, dog.
Like, this shit's ridiculous.
Out of control, dog.
It's strength from links. You know, whatever the fuck, dude. How you say
I'm flying by the seat of my pants. I don't know. I don't know how to share your shit.
These names
Everybody's
are
gonna be
off the chain.
Zhugashevli from now on.
Zhugashevli?
Do you know who Zhugashevli was?
No.
If I said the name Joseph Stalin to you. His name is Joseph Zhugashevli. Do you know what Stalin means?
Leader in some aspect.
Steel. He changed his name to Joe Steele.
Oh. Okay. Oh, so you Joe Steele in Russian. That's
I'm going to change my name to Ron Strongo. All right?
Strongo?
Genghis Ron Strongo. What? So,
Joseph Stalin.
According to both Yusupov and Pershinkajev, a gramophone in the study played interminably the Yankee Doodle when Rasputin came in. So, Yankee Doodle Dandy.
For real?
Yeah. Yusupov mentions in his unreliable memoirs, he is first offered Rasputin tea and petite four laced with large amounts of potassium cyanide, aka he trying to poison this man,
Okay.
like for reals though.
Like for real poison him?
Potassium cyanide, I believe, is
So why are they trying to assassinate this motherfucker?
because he is basically in control of the Tsar, and the Tsarina believes he's like fucking some prophet like Muhammad.
Oh.
He has and here's the thing too, is they're saying that the reach he actually had on this family is up for debate. But the Tsar was very weak-minded, and at the time, you can believe that because my man's, the Tsar, is a product of royal breeding.
Right.
And at a certain point with royals fucking each other, you're like scraping the chromosome pan trying to, because they're all fucking related. So there's a pretty good chance he's not a smart person.
Right.
Oh, my man Drago looks like the shit.
What is...
He looks bad ass. Anyway, so according to the diplomat Maurice Pelologe, who in later years wrote his diary, they discussed spiritually the occultism, and the antique dealer Albert Stopford wrote that politics was an issue. Pershikevich, a teetotaler, mentions that he could drink or he could hear that bottles of wine were open. Felix played his guitar and sang some gypsy ballads. After about an hour or so, Rasputin was fairly drunk. Yusupov went upstairs and came back down with a revolver. Rasputin was shot at close quarters by Felix, who was sitting left of him. The bullet entered his chest under the heart. It left his body out of his right spine, and Rasputin fell onto a white bearskin. My man's got lit. They came by.
The fuck up.
Right? According to Maria Rasputin, it went all very quick. No sweets, no guitar, no record playing. Rasputin would have become suspicious of Yusupov's wife never showing up. According to Yusupov's protege, Victor Contreras, Lazavert, who was assigned to poison the wine and the cakes for Rasputin, couldn't do it. After the murder of Lazavert, seems to have written a letter to Yusupov where he reported that he, the doctor who gave the oath of Hippocrates, found no strength to add the poison. So the Hippocratic Oath, essentially. The doctor who was assigned to administer the poison to the cakes and stuff, and his Hippocratic Oath said he couldn't do it. I'm just not going to do it. Like, I can't believe in that shit.
Right.
So, kudos to him, I guess. Felix's private apartment was on the east side of the palace, Embankment 94. Between the basement and his rooms, halfway up, was a door opening to a cobbled forecourt of the house adjoining. The photos show the courtyard and the secret door. However, Yusupov did not succeed in killing Rasputin. According to Maria Rasputin, the bullet wounds were slight. I don't know how slight that shit is.
Is a bullet wound slight? Would he graze him with?
No, he didn't graze him with it. He shot him below the heart and X'd out of his body. After a while, Rasputin opened his eyes and became aware of his predicament. He struggled up to the stairs to reach the first landing, opening an unlocked door to the courtyard, which had been not long before used by the conspirators. Alarmed by the noise, Parishnikevich went down and fired at Rasputin 4 times, missing 3 times. Only one bullet penetrated the right kidney and lodged into the spine. Rasputin never reached the gate, but fell in the snow just outside the door. According to Nalipa, both shots were fatal. He would have died within 10 to 20 minutes, but the body was made a sudden movement. One of them placed his revolver on the forehead and pulled the trigger. Then his body was carried back inside. A nervous Yusupov severely hit his victim in the right eye with a shoe. So he hit him with a shoe after he was dead.
Dude,
he's twitching and he's fucking beating his head.
Okay, let me get this straight. So he took 2 shots at center mass. That's what you're saying, right?
No. He took a kidney shot that went in the spine.
Okay.
And he took a shot under the heart that exited out of his ribs.
Okay, so he took 2 shots to the body. And then they put a gun to his forehead and shot him in the face, basically.
But put it this way, he was shot twice before he was even dead.
Exactly.
Like, he was still alive.
He was still alive after they pretty much put him out of his misery. So my man hits him with a fucking shoe in the eye? Oh my god.
The conspirators had planned to burn Rasputin's possession. Sukhotin put on Rasputin's fur coat, his galoshes and gloves. He left together with Dmitry Pavlovich and Dr. Lazavert in Parushnikov's car, and to suggest that Rasputin had left the palace alive. Because Parushnikov's wife refused to burn the fur coat and the rubber galoshes in her small fireplace in the ambulance train, the conspirators went back to the Warsaw station to the Myoka Palace with these large items.
And then install all his shit.
2 city policemen who heard the rapid fire of gunshot sequences had also seen cars coming and leaving. They discussed the issue on the Pochtakamsky Bridge. One of them questioned Yusupov's butler for details, but was sent away. 20 minutes later, he was re-invited to the palace. Parushnikovich boasted that he had shot Rasputin and asked the policeman, aware of his mistake, to keep it quiet for the sake of the Tsar. However, this policeman told his superiors everything he had heard and seen. After the body was wrapped in broadcloth, Dmitry and his fellow conspirators drove the direction of the Khrushchevsky Island. The sentry on the bridge was asleep, which allowed the murderers to draw up quite close to the railing and throw the corpse into a hole in the ice on the Malaya Nevika River. They forgot to attach weights to the feet to make the body sink. They drove back without noticing that one of Rasputin's galoshes was stuck between the pylons of the bridge.
Oh my god.
And so
Sloppiest assassination of all time.
he was just a dude who was given spear cheese, like the Joel Olstein of that fucking czar, right? And they murdered his ass, and they fucking tried to throw him over a bridge, and they fucked it up. Like, it's just a slew of fuck-ups, right?
That's what it sounds like.
So this has been Historical History with Mad Matt, featuring the Quintuple Double, and I wish you guys a happy history.
Yay.